Hello Libra friends, welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I'm so happy to have you guys here with me today. We are going to do your monthly career and finances tarot reading, though this is really going to be the second half of November into the first half of December, roughly. As we know, energy is free-flowing. It's really kind of ridiculous to put a stop and an end date on it, so take only what resonates. As always, guys, these are going to be general messages here on YouTube, right? Not everything I say will resonate with you. I can almost promise you that. Pieces and parts of this very likely will. I hope a lot of it does. But as always, come into this with an open heart and an open mind, and use your own discretion and discernment to take away messages that you feel are meant for you, Libra. You will know intuitively what those are. Anything that feels foreign or doesn't fit your circumstance or scenario, drop it like it's hot. It's probably not your message. It's probably meant for someone else. Ooh. Queen of Swords. All right. There you are. That's good to know. That's bottom of your deck. I like that, especially in a business and career spread. All right, cool. So everything else you want to know. Ooh, this deck is still stiff. It's brand new. Everything else you want to know will be in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Check me out if you are interested in social media. If not, like, share, subscribe on this video. That helps me a lot. Guys, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if you can drop a subscribe or a like or share with a friend, that helps me. That's good karma, right? These free tarot readings, let's do it. Let's see what Libra has in store. Yeah, let's hop in. So your energy is presenting as the 10 of fire. All right. So closing out some sort of struggle, some sort of cycle, right? With a 10, it's always the end of a cycle. Wands are fire suits, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may have that in your chart. Or it really just, wands tend to represent the effort, the energy that we're exerting to complete some sort of task, to achieve some sort of end goal, or whatever, the desired end goal is essentially. It hasn't been easy, right? You can see he's kind of struggling to keep all those wands corralled, but it's almost like you just got to make it to the tent and then you can put them down. You just got to make it to the end destination, whatever that is for you. And then it's like, all the stress and all the relief, like it's going to be gone. It's going to dissipate. So that's cool, but it is acknowledging, like, yeah, Libra, like, we know it hasn't been easy. So in a way, this is like giving you a pat on the back, like, you're almost there, Libra. Don't give up now. Like, you're so close. Underlying energy for that is Judgment. Okay, interesting. So yeah, you have two cards that are indicating that this has been like a long time coming in terms of being able to release something, take something off your plate, pass it along to someone else, delegate it. I'm almost getting like the metaphor of like a relay race or like a triathlon or something, where you like pass the baton to the next person. It's like this hasn't been an easy task for you. Maybe you felt like you were literally out of your element, right? In fire. And we've been in Scorpio season 2, so it could have been something that was not only physically draining, but emotionally draining. You may have been surrounded by a lot of really like intense people or intense energies. And yeah, it's like you're just squeaking through at the end, but it's like you're going to make it. You're going to, before they call time at the end of the game, you're going to make it to the finish line. That's sort of what I'm getting here. Now with Judgment, that is more scorpionic energy. Also talks about close to the completions of cycles. After Judgment comes the World card, so order, peace, harmony, balance, all that will be restored. But prior to that happening, prior to, running past that ribbon of the finish line, and just that, they always show it in slow motion, right? Where they have the ribbon across their chest and they've just made it through. I'm hearing like Chariots of Fire type vibes, guys. So you may be doing something very athletic with your body, and it's not literally running a race. I'm getting that in metaphor, but yeah, it's something where it's been straining on your body, even if it's your mind or your heart or however that lands for you. But anyway, going back to Judgment, sorry, little side route there. Judgment is like going back to the past to tie up loose ends, essentially. There's something about this process that before you can either put it down, lay it to rest, pass it off to the next person, there's something that you need to go back and like cross your T's and dot your I's. You need to go back and potentially make something right that wasn't allowing this to succeed the way it should have. Or it can frequently talk about repairing of a relationship with someone who, if you've had a strained relationship, particularly with someone on your team or in the office or a coworker or somebody who works in the same cubicle or studio or whatever that is for you. Sorry guys, my camera froze there. So yeah, with Judgment, it's going back to like literally wake the dead, right? Something that you thought was sealed off, was done, was completed. It's like people, again, in metaphor, rise from the grave at the sound of, I think it's Archangel Gabriel, blows his horn or whatever it is. So something about the cycle needs one last go around, or again, cross your T's, dot your I's. This could be a contract that you're about to finally send off into the world. This could be you hiring on a bunch of new people for your team, and it's been like a strenuous process getting all the applications in and going through that. It could also be the opposite. It could be you applying to a million jobs and you finally are going to get a call. I could see that Judgment. It can be like a call, like a hearing, a rise up of the dead. Ooh, you guys, this could actually be an opportunity that you thought you missed out on, and it comes back around again. And it would be for the better. It would be, again, leading into the World card, the idea of freedom, harmony, happiness, balance. So, okay, so for those who are looking for a job, yeah, it's like there is light at the end of the tunnel. Interesting. Potentially 2 opportunities. I'm not sure why the number 2 is important, but it is with Judgment too. That's 20. Something about your intuition. If there was one opportunity that you were going after and it felt right and yet you didn't hear back, yeah, something might be coming around again. And okay, and if it's not applying to a job or a brand new opportunity, it could be something that you felt that you completed and you didn't get the recognition or the accolade, or even, again, the pat on the back. I had mentioned that earlier. It's like universe is doing that for you by showing you this card. But there may be a second go around where your boss or superior or the team, like literally like an ovation, a round of applause, something where you end up getting recognized for all this tremendous effort and work you put into something, and you thought that moment of recognition or whatever was like long past, like they missed their opportunity, whatever. We have the quarterly meeting, they didn't even recognize my name in the pool or whatever. Like something is coming back around with Judgment, and it's something from our past, right? Before some sort of new cycle is started. So maybe it's right before you get a promotion, right before you get a raise in your salary, right? I'm just shooting off examples here. Something from the past is going to be settled once and for all. It's like you're going to make it right. Again, tie up loose ends. Interesting. So what is going to be your challenge or focus in the coming month or so? The 6 of Air. All right, so this is a card of forward movement, specifically in your elemental suit. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We know Swords talks about the thoughts, the communications, our intellect, the analysis, the data, the truth, the clarity. It's information, right? So we always move on from like choppy waters to smooth, calm waters. That's sort of like the goal of this card. It's like getting out of like the chaos and the anarchy and like onto smooth sailing, because ultimately we're taking these thoughts, these lessons that we've learned on our ship and applying them in the future. It's like we've had to go through some sort of conflict, right? Maybe where there were again like mixed up feelings or hurt feelings, especially in Scorpio season. Everybody's all up in their feels, right? It's like we've had to recover from that, and then there's been some sort of conversation or some sort of resolution, essentially, with Judgment. And that's what this is saying too. Some sort of resolution where we can move on and like start the next chapter, go new places, because there's some sort of information or valuable lesson we've gained from the scenario which we are moving on from. Everything happens for a reason, right? The 10 of Pentacles. Okay, well, I love seeing that in your career spread. But let's see what that is about, though, because it's interesting. It's the underlying energy, actually, of what you're moving away from. So just give me 1 second. I want to make sure I give you the message right here. Oh, okay. So for those who are taking a new job or a new position, it's going to take you away from your family. If not physically, if you don't have to like physically move away from them. Now this could be like, if you're in your 30s or 40s, it could be moving away from your parents, right? It doesn't have to be like literally your baby. So it could be a physical move, but for a lot of you, it's more the time. It's like you're going to have to put in an extra 3 hours at work, because again, it's like you've demonstrated like this badass energy of, I can do it, I got this, like Rocky Balboa mode, like, doing it in stride and like, it's like, again, I think eventually you get recognized for all the hard work and contributions, and maybe you do get that pay raise, right? I mean, that's absolutely what this could be. This is the highest Pentacles card you can get. It's the 10, right? Again, major completions of cycles. This could be a bonus in your paycheck. It could be, again, a promotion or some sort of like title change, whatever it is. I don't want to say the downfall, but the PS to, hey, like the money flow is going to be good again, or again, the raise, the salary, the bonus, whatever. The downfall to that is that your life at work is going to be smooth sailing. Like if there was weird tempers or a weird collaboration or team dynamic, it seems like you showing up to the table and doing the work, it gets recognized at least monetarily in some capacity. Or even if this is representing like your work family, it's like you become part of the family. I feel like I'm like quoting things from The Godfather now. It's like, welcome to the family. But it's something like that. I mean, this is a card of family, of loyalty, right? With the dogs, of generational aspects, passing down through generation, particularly money, wealth, value, right? At least tangible items, tangible objects, people. It can be literally your work, your career, your home. Maybe some of you work in real estate, right? Anyway, that's going to be good, but it's something about it. It's going to require you to step away from your family, from home. Maybe you're going to have to go on business trips a lot. Maybe you're going to have to go travel, right? This can be a card of travel, absolutely. So it's good in that the waters are calm, but interesting. It's almost like there's only so much room on this ship to bring all these people in your life that you really love. So yeah, I'm wondering if some of you are going to be in a position where you're asked to travel or move away from your family. Like, you know, we're going to give you this promotion, but it's going to be in New York City, and you know, you live in whatever, Chicago, right? There's something about it that's tearing you away from something really. I do just want to say family. I keep getting family from this. So that's going to mean something different to everyone out there in terms of what your, you know, main family is, right? I mean, we have networks of family potentially in different areas or whatever, but it's not so much, hold on. Yeah, it is. It's saying goodbye to family. And it's just coming through so strongly that I'm trying to take it another way, but it doesn't want to fit that way. So again, that's not going to be for everybody, right? But if you're resonating with this, there may be some sort of aspect where, or even like a friends group, maybe you get a title change, right? And you have to move offices, even if it's the same building, but you're not with that, okay, like your work family, right? The people you grab lunch with every day, the people you hang out and like, you know, chit chat, you know, the break room with coffee in the morning, that type of thing. So family could be a loose term for whatever, the people you hold close to your heart. There's going to be more distance from them, maybe physically, maybe emotionally, right? Maybe if you do get some sort of raise or promotion, Libra, it puts you at odds with the group. Again, maybe, so if you're not coming out of a situation where people are like butthurt, like hurt feelings, that could be coming in if, again, like you get recognized and you get promoted, you get lots of accolades, your tribe that helped get you there, they may be feeling slighted or shortchanged. So forewarned is forearmed, right? There's a way to do everything gracefully. And ultimately, if you've put in the energy and the work and all that, then hell yeah, you should be getting the recognition and the accolades. That's not something that you should be made to feel guilty about. And with this card, it's not coming through that you did anything shady or shisty, right? And don't, Libra, right? And you wouldn't, right? You're the justice card, right? You are all about like keeping the group and the people happy. That's like one of your best qualities, Libra. So yeah, you have places to go, right? This is an amazing card actually for you. You have people to see and places to go and sales to make and this and that, however you want to interpret it. But yeah, you're coming from some sort of situation where there may be rocky emotions, there may be upsets, particularly in a group dynamic of sorts. Okay, this could be leaving your old coworkers behind. If you get a new job, having to say goodbye to your best friends at this location, and you understand what I'm saying, right? That's going to be your challenge or focus. So I will say the money's there. For those who are like, where's my coin at? It's right here. Guys, it's coming in, but it's not going to come without some sort of challenge, essentially, right? Libra. So far, you have bomb cards, though. You have really good cards. And the fact that the bottom of your deck is you, right? The Queen of Swords, justice, truth, the American way, I heard, right? That may be some sort of logo. If you work at some place that has like red, white, and blue, I don't know if that means something to anyone, but yeah, look, it's like you're welcoming in change, you're welcoming in the opportunity. And something about this card is saying to me too, it's like, it's the nature of the beast. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, I just landed my dream career, but I have to leave, you know, my counterpart, you know, my favorite collaborator, my favorite coworker. It's like, well, you know, life is life. There's that kind of just like, I don't know if ambivalence is the term, but it's understanding it with, it's looking at it through a lens of like intelligence. And I will say, because it's a sword suit, again, Libra, you have a beautiful big heart, but this queen is not the most emotional queen. She's actually one of the least emotional queens, right? Because her decisions are made on thought, on data, on analysis. It's a head over heart decision. So to some, she may seem cold or shut off or very strict, like a very, almost like the way the judge bangs his gavel. It's like black is black and white is white, and this is how we have to do it. There isn't room for like, maybe we do it this way, or maybe that. It's like you need to be making really solid, like stone cold decisions. There needs to be confidence in your decision and accuracy. That's not the word I'm looking for. Sorry. Precision. That is what I'm trying to say. Decisions made with precision. And I think you are completely capable of doing that. Some of you may be in sort of like some leadership role, right? Not for everyone, but potentially that's definitely coming through here. What is the help available to my Libras? The Ace of Water. All right, so we're going to restore the love. We're going to restore the cup, right? The fountain. The cup will runneth over again. So yeah, if there was tricky emotions, as we were saying, like unsettled emotions here, we're moving on to smooth sailing, smooth waters with that card. Yeah, this is like another confirmation. There's more joy and happiness in this next chapter, especially with the closing out of old cycles, like the new chapter you're writing. Wherever you're moving on to, Libra, that like horizon where we can see the sun is starting to rise, there's a lot of joy and success and positivity that's awaiting you there. There's someone who wants to hand you their cup. So in a love reading, I would say, oh, that means some sort of like romantic offer. But because I'm reading for career and finance, this could mean the idea of money flow. Like money is a currency, right? Or we think of money in the term currency. So water flow, current, right? Something about somebody wanting to hand you some sort of deal or business opportunity if you keep following like this new path forward. This doesn't mean you're severing ties with these people forever. It just doesn't. But I will say in the moment or in the coming weeks, there may be some sort of split in the group or split in like the status quo or the dynamic of what you're currently like, what you currently have. But yeah, keep following your heart and chasing your dreams. There's something that's going to be like spiritually healing about this next chapter of your life. Again, in areas where you felt slighted or underappreciated, it's like you're going to be recognized. People are going to reach out to you with like care and love and admiration, I think is what I'm trying to say here. So the underlying energy for that is Knight of Swords. Yeah, the fastest moving knight in the deck, right? Again, he moves on with his belief, with his truth, because he knows it to be true. It's like, again, his thoughts are made with precision. Now, he's a knight. This is like the teenager to the parent, if you will. But there's something about this. Don't question your path. Just keep going. Even if down the road you recognize, you know what, this isn't making me happy. It's something about don't question it in the moment. Just go and try it. This knight isn't worried about like, it's funny, I want to say the details, and to a certain extent that's true, because it's almost like making this decision is when you take the time to really think it through, and again make that. Okay, here's what it is. You make the decision with precision, with clarity, with absolute conviction, right? You know this is your path. So it's like once you're set off that path, pardon the metaphor, but like once the wheels are in motion, yes, I know it's a boat, but once the wheels are in motion, it's like, don't look back. This is not the time to be second guessing yourself, because ultimately what you're chasing is that emotional truth, or again, following your heart space. If your heart is calling you to move forward, keep going. And I'm also getting, don't get distracted by what's around you. The naysayers, potentially the people who are saying, but Libra, you can't leave us, this and that, but we were just going to get that raise together. We were just going to go into business together. It's like, there will be challenges. And we know this, the challenge is leaving some group of people behind, or some sense of like security among the people, or the familiarity among the people. You may be going off on your own. I could absolutely see that. Maybe some of you are going into business for yourself because your heart is calling you to do this. And also something about like God, universe, spirituality is calling you. And it's like, with this is like a timing card. It's like, go now. Like the time is now. Swift, fast, rapid action. It's a card of Gemini. Oh, that means anything to anyone. But yeah, that's the underlying energy for, if your heart is calling you to do something, the universe is confirming, yes, go. Like, and so maybe it's a fleeting opportunity. Maybe this is some sort of thing where, again, something about a missed opportunity in a job application. You applied to something, you didn't get it. So, let's say, I don't know, you applied to some corporate company, they hired somebody else. That person just left on maternity leave, right? And now they need to fill the gap again very soon. That's what this could be. Something comes around again that you had already decided wasn't going to happen. And so there's a need to act very swiftly on this. And again, to stand firm in your convictions, to not have this like sway of like, well, I want it, but I don't want to leave my parents. And like, you have to stand like very tall. And again, the gavel on that the judge like calls the decision, it's absolute. There's no wiggle room for debate. So what is your advice or guidance? The Ace of Earth, yeah, this is a new beginning. Again, you have such a theme of closing out cycles and beginning new ones. You have 2 aces. That's pretty incredible. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A new beginning that's going to bring you joy, and also a new beginning that could either bring you money, right? I mean, literally, it's depicted as a pot of gold, or some sort of opportunity that can be built upon. Pentacles can be like, seeds to the flower, acorns to the oak tree, bricks in the path of life that we are building, essentially, right? This is the seed to like a grand start. It's almost like that first coin you make, that first dollar you make in your new business, in your new career path. It's like you're saving your pennies to build the castle, to move into the castle, right? Again, something about real estate might be important for some of my Libras out there, but I love this depiction in a career in finance. It's like, at the end of the rainbow, there's a pot of gold. It's like you've started to chase your rainbow. Keep going. Again, this is about not second guessing yourself. Keep going with truth and clarity. If that's what your emotions, if that's what your intuition is guiding you to do. So yeah, advice or guidance. It's a brand new start. It's a new beginning. Something about crossing the bridge. Oh, you know what this is? It has to do with not burning your bridges. There's a way to exit this group peacefully, again, like the World card, with harmony, with balance. Don't burn your bridges. It's something about, you may have to cut your losses, but don't burn your bridges. Try, and if you do need to leave, your work family or your literal family or whatever this is, do it in like a classy way where if you needed to come back, you could. But ultimately, I don't think that's going to be your path. If anything, you know what this could be? You could be bringing people on board from your old job. And maybe that's why it's saying don't burn bridges, because if there are people you currently work with who you really like and really enjoy and really respect, but ultimately, again, it's like you're calling to go off and try this other thing, especially if you're being put in a position of leadership or power, this could be you welcoming in like your old tribe to the new seed, to the new beginning, to the new castle, right? Something about don't burn your bridges. That's going to be important here. Six of Wands, a victory card. Guys, I love it. So the underlying energy for this new beginning, it's a slam dunk. It's a victory, right? The Six of Wands, depicted on the card, it's like you're marching triumphantly through a parade. All eyes are on you. There's a sense of pride, of glory. All your successes, all your accomplishments, you're leading the troop. Like you're now leading the tribe. You have lots of followers. Maybe that means something, if you're on social media or Instagram, it's like more followers, more clients, more vendors, whatever that means to you. You're the leader. It's like people will follow suit based on what you demonstrate and what they see from you. And that's why it's so important not to give up, because it is, especially early in the month, you're presenting as almost ready to throw in the towel. You're almost ready to give up. This is saying just go a few more steps. Just make it to the tent, because there's, metaphorically, it's like there's something in that tent that's actually going to be very beneficial to you, Libra. But it is saying, like, watch your actions and how you demonstrate your skills and how you present yourself, because you have judgment twice. Something about this, if it's not done correctly, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. So again, do it with class. Do it with precision and justice, right? I mean, that is your card. Do it with fairness and truth and justice, so that the group doesn't end up feeling slighted, even if you do have to leave them, right? It's like, leave them in good hands. Leave them like with a big hug, with your love, with your heart, right? Yeah, interesting. Cool reading. Let's throw a universe card on here. I actually should have opened with this, but that's okay. What card do we have for Libra here? What card do we have for Libra? For Libra. What does the universe want to tell Libra? For Libra, for Libra. Okay. Too many cards. We'll take this one. I am the loving energy of the universe. Yes, you are, Libra. Yes, you are. All right, and then we'll throw some of these. These are, it's like, what are they called? I always forget the exact title. Life Purpose Oracle cards. I always want to say like life journey or life destination. They are Life Purpose Oracle cards, which is helpful to some, right? If you're watching tarot, some of you are probably questioning your path or where you're supposed to go. Let's see what, need three. Let's see what these want to say. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. You're working it, Libra. I love it. All right. You also have spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, seminars, you heal with classes, sessions, and seminars. All right. I love that. My mom was a teacher. She's a Libra. She might be watching. All right. And infinite abundance. You are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Very cool. This has like major Empress vibes for me, right? Like she's got the cornucopia of like abundance, and how appropriate for Thanksgiving too. Something about your mother, and I just said my mother, so yeah, this might be coming through for you guys. Something about, and maybe that's who you're leaving behind or who you need to reconcile with. Maybe you're borrowing money from your mother. Hey mom, can I borrow $5? Just kidding. Yeah, something about the mother is coming through here. Major Empress vibes. Maybe some of you are becoming pregnant. And we did say that maternity leave earlier too, so might be something to that. All right, guys, let me know what resonates for you in the comments down below. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot readings.